Corrado, guys, Ivan Demidov, now a dozen games into his rookie season. And Cameron, we want you to grade him this far in.
I'm going to grade him on a bit of a curve since he's a rookie. I'm going to give him an A-. I think his offensive creativity, what he's brought to that team, he's invigorated that second line, and I think he's been an A- so far. Now,
Ivan Demidov had the fastest start of many rookies this season. Just weeks ago, he was at the top of the charts. Now his lead is slipping. Another player has overtaken him in the rookie scoring race, and it happened so fast many fans didn't see it coming. This new turn adds pressure to the young Montreal Canadiens forward and changes the story of his season. Ivan Demidov is a name many fans of the Montreal Canadiens expected to hear for years to come. He was picked 5th overall in the 2024 NHL draft by Montreal. Before even fully arriving in the NHL, he had already made waves in Russia's top leagues. In the Continental Hockey League, KHL, with SKA St. Petersburg, he posted 49 points, 19 goals, 30 assists in 65 games during the 2024-25 season. His debut in the NHL was strong. He signed his entry-level contract with the Canadiens on April 8, 2025, and joined the team. On April 14, 2025, he made his first NHL appearance and recorded a goal and an assist in that game. Because of all that, many analysts listed Demidov as an early favorite for the Calder Trophy, the award for the best rookie. One September 12th piece titled NHL Calder Trophy Tracker, Canadiens Demidov leads pre-training camp rookie race, noted that he was leading the way before the season even started. When the season began, Demidov continued to show promise. After 10 NHL games, he had 9 points and a +3 rating. That was pointed out in a piece titled Canadiens Rookie Ivan Demidov Making Early Waves. But then things shifted. A new contender entered the race, Mathew Schaefer of the New York Islanders. Schafer, a defenseman, started performing at a high level right out of the gate. He scored power play goals, pulled even in points with Demidov, and changed the dynamic of the rookie leaderboard. On October 23rd, an article noted, Schaefer makes life difficult for Ivan Demidov. It pointed out that although Demidov was still a strong candidate, the league's younger rookies are rising fast. By early November, official rookie scoring rankings from the NHL showed Demidov and Schaefer tied at 10 points, signaling that Demidov's earlier edge was gone. So what happened exactly? Why did Demidov, after so much hype, start to lose his edge in the rookie race? We'll walk through the key facts. Strong start on ice. He did not disappoint at first. In the early games, Demidov showed flashes of his scoring and playmaking ability. As mentioned, after 10 games, he had 9 points. The Canadiens trusted him on the power play. These are clear data points. The challenge emerges. But then, Schaefer's rapid rise changed the race. A defenseman having such impact early is unusual, but he posted enough points, secured power play time, and overtook the rookie leaderboard. The 2 points saw him surge past Ivan Demidov for first place among rookies in scoring. Articles began to shift tone. For example, on October 23rd, I know, the season is still very young, but at the time of writing, Ivan Demidov isn't exactly guaranteed to win the Calder. Why this matters? Losing or sharing the rookie lead matters for several reasons. First, the Calder Trophy is a major honor for a young player and carries career implications. Second, for the Canadiens, who are rebuilding, they expected Demidov to take a big step. The race and leaderboard reflect not just individual stats, but the narrative around a player. When other rookies catch up or pass you, it changes perception. Possible contributing factors. We must note that the league has many rookie talents now. The depth of competition is higher. One piece noted the league is getting younger and more rookies are stepping up. For Demidov specifically, while his start was good, the fact that he was overtaken suggests that he did not increase his pace enough or that others accelerated past him. The raw data show others catching up. Also, playing time, role on the team, power play minutes may factor, though full data on these are not all public. But we do have mention of him being on the power play and the expectations around it. Team context. The Canadiens are in a rebuild phase. The pressure on young players to contribute while also learning is high. Demidov is still young, born December 10, 2005. Wikipedia. He is making the jump from Russia's top league to the NHL, which means adapting to new pace, new teammates, new style. One preview article asked, "What is Ivan Demidov's ceiling with the Canadiens as a rookie?" The shift in the rookie leaderboard. By early November, as noted, Schafer had jumped ahead or tied Demidov for rookie scoring lead. That shift made headlines because Demidov had been considered the frontrunner, the hockey news piece. Islanders' Schafer ties Montreal's Demidov for rookie point lead, documented this. The betting markets reflected this shift too. According to the New York Post, Schafer became the betting favorite for the Calder, overtaking Demidov. What this means for Demidov. When a player loses or shares the lead in a rookie race, it does not mean failure, especially at his age and experience level. But it does raise questions. Can he sustain early production? Can he continue to grow and adapt at the NHL level? Can he meet the lofty expectations that come with being a 5th overall pick and having a strong KHL background? Because the rookie scoreboard is a visible measure, it becomes part of the story around a player. For Demidov, being overtaken by Schafer opens a new chapter, responding to competition, maintaining consistency, and showing he belongs among the top rookies, not just early but long-term. Looking ahead, Demidov will need to continue proving his value. He still has time. He still has talent. He still has many games ahead. But the race has changed. He is no longer the undisputed rookie leader. He now has a serious challenger. The next stretch of games will tell how he reacts to this new dynamic. Ivan Demidov started with major promise, strong performance, and high expectations. He was considered the rookie to beat, but then Mathew Schaefer emerged, caught up, passed, or tied him in the rookie scoring race, and the spotlight moved slightly. For Demidov, this is the moment when the race turned from front-runner to competitor. The facts tell that story clearly.
If you're a Habs fan, then rookie Ivan Demidov needs no introduction. The Montreal Canadiens announced the signing of the 19-year-old Russian forward to the utter jubilation of fans.
Demidov, can't get to him, guy. Too many guards.
The 19-year-old Russian player's flight was the most tracked in the world.
Ivan Demidov is only 19, but he is already one of the most talked about young players in hockey.
It's a difficult thing now, dealing with Russian players with what's going on.
Obviously, there's Ivan Demidov. I think there's some Russian factor there.
The amount of talent this kid has is tremendous.
We're 5th overall, and you're still there. What, are we crazy if we don't take you?
Yeah. When the Montreal Canadiens signed him to a 3-year NHL contract worth almost $3 million, fans pictured the usual movie star life. Fast cars, a downtown penthouse, late-night parties. That picture is completely wrong. Demidov's first big purchase after signing was not a luxury car or a gold watch. It was a tiny puppy and a simple apartment near the team's practice rink. The dog, a fluffy little Maltipoo he named Celine, quickly became his favorite way to relax after long days on the ice. He laughed when reporters guessed he named the dog after the famous singer Celine Dion. "No," Ivan said. "I just wanted a name that was not Russian." That small choice tells a bigger story. Even with thousands of fans tracking his airplane flight to Montreal and lining the airport when he landed, Ivan stayed calm. He smiled for a few pictures, held the puppy in one arm, and headed quietly to his new apartment. No limo, no red carpet, just a young man with a suitcase and a dog. The money is real. His contract pays close to $940,000 each year plus performance bonuses. But Ivan acts like nothing has changed. Friends from Russia say he still calls his grandmother almost every night. He even asked her to mail his favorite soup recipe so he could cook it himself in Montreal. When a fan offered him a giant basket of local treats, Ivan thanked them politely, but asked if he could trade the candy for fresh vegetables. His first games in Montreal showed the same steady mind. Crowds at the Bell Center were louder than ever. People wore his number 93 on jerseys that sold out across the city. But after scoring his first NHL point, Ivan simply skated to the bench, tapped his stick, and focused on the next shift. No wild celebration, just work. Teammates quickly noticed something else. Ivan was always at the rink. Sometimes he skated twice a day, 5 days a week, adding extra drills after regular practice. General manager Kent Hughes even joked, "I try to get him off the ice." It is the same focus Ivan showed in Russia, where he once asked only for a sauna so he could recover faster after practice. Montreal fans expected a flashy superstar. What they got was a quiet worker who loves hockey more than attention, and that is only the beginning. Because the real surprise is what Ivan does with all that discipline, and how it shapes every part of his daily life. Ivan Demidov wakes up early while most of Montreal is still asleep. At 6 a.m., his alarm buzzes, and he rolls out of bed in the small apartment he rents near the practice rink. The first thing he does is open the curtains for his puppy, Celine. The dog jumps onto the couch, tail wagging, ready for a short morning walk. Neighbors sometimes recognize the young man in a plain hoodie, carrying a coffee cup and a dog leash. Many don't even realize they are passing the newest star of the Canadiens. Back inside, Ivan cooks breakfast himself. Oatmeal with berries, a tall glass of water, no soda, no sugary cereal. He keeps his meals simple because he wants to feel light on the ice. He once said, "Good food makes me fast. Junk food makes me slow." That idea came from his grandmother, who taught him to cook when he was little. She still calls him every week to ask what recipes he's trying. By 7 a.m., Ivan is already at the rink. Sometimes he skates twice a day, 5 days a week. Coaches say he loves to add extra drills after team practice. He works on quick turns, hard wrist shots, and small moves in tight spaces. General manager Kent Hughes joked to reporters, "We have to drag him off the ice." Teammates nod and smile because it's true. They see Ivan stay behind to do extra laps when everyone else is headed to lunch. After skating, he hits the gym for weight training, then stretches with a quiet focus that reminds people of a veteran player. He even does yoga to improve balance and flexibility. Ivan laughs when reporters ask about yoga, saying, "It helps my slap shot." When practice is finished, he cools down in a sauna. He has loved saunas since he was a boy in Russia, when his parents believed heat and steam helped muscles heal. It is still his favorite way to recover. Afternoons are calm. Ivan takes Celine for another walk or stops at a local market to buy fish and vegetables for dinner. He likes to cook salmon with herbs from the small garden on his kitchen windowsill. His fridge is full of colorful vegetables, fresh fruit, and bottles of water. There is no soda, no candy, and no fast food. When a reporter asked if he had tried Montreal's famous poutine, Ivan smiled. "Maybe after we win the cup," he said. His clothing choices surprise fans as much as his meals. Most rookies with new money buy expensive designer brands. Ivan sticks to simple hoodies, plain t-shirts, and running shoes. For special team events, he owns one tailored suit. But most days he wears gear from a small Russian sports brand and a few items given to him by Warrior, the hockey company that signed him to a record endorsement deal. He doesn't show off watches or jewelry. He just wants clothes that feel good when he's walking his dog or heading to the rink. Despite his quiet habits, Ivan is friendly when people recognize him. If someone asks for a picture, he usually says yes and thanks them in both English and a little French he's been learning. But he doesn't chase attention. Friends say he would rather share a homemade dinner with teammates than go to a big party. He enjoys exploring small parks and cafes around the city, sometimes blending in so well that people hardly notice the NHL star at the next table. This steady routine, early mornings, healthy food, extra practice, and peaceful evenings, shows how serious Ivan is about hockey. It also explains why his coaches already trust him like a veteran. And it sets up the next part of his story, the choices he makes when the spotlight grows brighter and big companies come calling. With a calm routine and quiet evenings, you might think Ivan Demidov would stay far away from big business. But companies across the hockey world have already lined up to work with him. The most eye-catching deal came from Warrior, a major hockey equipment brand. Warrior signed Ivan to what insiders call the largest contract in the company's history. That means Ivan will use their sticks, skates, and gear for years and also appear in their ads. His face is already on posters in sporting goods stores across Canada. Yet Ivan says he agreed only because he likes their equipment and believes it helps his game. Money was never the main reason. Other offers arrive every week. Clothing brands, energy drinks, even airlines that heard how fans tracked his flight to Montreal. Many of those deals he quietly turns down. Friends say Ivan checks every offer and asks a simple question: does this fit hockey and my values? If the answer is no, he passes. That discipline is rare for a teenager with millions in the bank. Giving back is just as important to him as choosing the right sponsors. Back in Russia, he still supports a youth hockey program that gives free ice time and equipment to kids who cannot afford it. In Montreal, he volunteers with a group that delivers healthy meals to families in need. He often shows up with no cameras, just an apron and a smile, helping pack boxes of food before heading to practice. His teammates notice and respect it. Captain Nick Suzuki said, "Ivan works as hard in the community as he does on the ice. Family keeps him grounded too. He sends part of every paycheck home to help his grandparents and often FaceTimes them after games, no matter the time zone." His longtime girlfriend, Ekaterina, moved with him to Montreal and helps make their apartment feel like home. They enjoy quiet nights cooking together and taking Céline for long walks near the river. When reporters ask about fame, Ivan just shakes his head. "I don't feel famous," he says. "I feel like the same kid who skated on frozen ponds." That mindset helps him handle the huge expectations from fans and media. He even says pressure is good because it pushes him to grow. As for the future, Ivan keeps his goals simple and bold: win championships and keep helping people. He dreams of opening a free community rink in Russia so kids can play year-round. He also hopes to share his love of healthy cooking with young athletes, maybe through a video channel one day. But for now, his focus stays on hockey. Early mornings, hard practice, and the next game. Ivan Demidov may wear number 93 and earn millions, but his life is built on family, hard work, and quiet strength. No fancy cars, no wild parties, just a rising star who proves that success does not have to shine with gold to be bright.